Okay, Hare Krishna. You are on mute.
Hare Krishna.
Okay, Hare Krishna. You are on mute. Start.
जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन प्रजन रंजन यशोदानंदन प्रजन रंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे राम 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 हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे राम 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 हरे हरे गोपीनाथ राम गोपीनाथ श्री राधे जय राधा नील माधव राधा नील माधव श्री राधे जय लड्डू गोपाल जय लड्डू गोपाल जय लड्डू गोपाल जय लड्डू गोपाल निताई गौर हरि बोल निताई गौर हरि बोल. Sorry, Prabhuji, for cough.
Thank you, Kavya and Riva, for singing very nicely. Jai Radha Madhava. Thank you very much. So, Hare Krishna, everyone. On behalf of Hare Krishna Vaman Kshetra, I would like to welcome everyone for Friday evening Srimad Bhagavad Gita class. So, today we are doing chapter 4, verse number 13. So, before that, we'll pray to the Lord. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskritya naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayam mudirayet nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवतीरुत्तम श्लोके भक्तिर्भवति नैष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नंदनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. Hare Krishna. I will share a screen. So I will recite the verse. So then one Prabhuji and one Mataji can recite after. चतुर्वर्णं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्म विभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विधि अकर्तारम् अव्ययम्. So I would like to request one Prabhuji and one Mataji, please.
चातुर्वर्ण्यं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्म विभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विद्यकर्तारमव्ययम्
चातुर्वर्ण्यं माया सृष्टं गुणकर्म विभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विधि कर्तारम् अव्ययम्.
Okay, thank you, Prabhuji and Mataji. Now we will do word to word. Chaturvarnam, the four divisions of human society. Maya, by me. Srishtam, created. Guna, of quality. Karma, and work. Vibhagashaha, in terms of division. Tasya, of that. Kartaram, the father. Api, although. Mam, me. Vidhi, you may know. Akartaram, as the non-doer. Avyayam, unchangeable. Translation. Translation by His Loving Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. According to the three modes of material nature, the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society are created by me. And although I am the creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non doer, being unchangeable. Purport, please hear. The Lord is the creator of everything. Everything is born of Him. Everything is sustained by Him, and everything after inhalation rests in Him. He is therefore the creator of the four divisions of social order, beginning with the intelligent class of men, technically called Brahmana, due to their being situated in the mode of goodness. The next is the administrative class, technically called the Kshatriyas, due to their being situated in the mode of passion. The mercantile men, called Vaishyas, are situated in the mixed mode of passion and ignorance. And the Shudras, the laborer class, are situated in the ignorant mode of material nature. In spite of his creating the four divisions of human society, Lord Krishna does not belong to any of these divisions because he is not one of the conditioned soul, a section of whom form human society. Human society is similar to any other animal society. But to elevate men from the animal status, the above mentioned divisions are created by the Lord for the systematic development of Krishna consciousness. The tendency of a particular man towards work is determined by the modes of material nature which he has acquired. Such symptoms of life, according to the different modes of material nature, are described in 18th chapter of this book. A person in Krishna consciousness, however, is above even the Brahmanas. Although Brahmanas by quality are supposed to know about Brahman, the supreme absolute truth, most of them approach only the impersonal Brahman manifestation of Lord Krishna. But a man who transcends the limited knowledge of Brahman and reaches the knowledge of the supreme personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna, becomes a person in Krishna consciousness, or in other words, a Vaishnava. Krishna consciousness includes knowledge of all different plenary expansions of Krishna, namely Rama, Narsimha, Varaha, etc. And as Krishna is transcendental to this system of four divisions of human society, a person in Krishna consciousness is also transcendental to all divisions of human society, whether we consider the divisions of community, nation, or species. Bhakti Vedanta purport ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. We'll do the Mangalacharan prayers. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपकदा मह्यं दधाति स्वापदान्तिकं वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरुं वैष्णवांश श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितां तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनासहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhavitam cha. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosute तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभयेव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे भूतेर्महद्भिर्यैमा पुरो विभु निर्मायशेते यदमूष पुरुषा भुङ्क्ते गुणाशोदश षोडशात्मका सोऽलङ्कृशिष्ठान् भगवान् वचांसि मे श्रीकृष्ण शरणं शरणागतं कथामृतं सततपिबतं भक्तिवेदान्तमार्गपन्थनं सर्वलोकऋषिदेवजन्मप्रसन्नं सर्वलोकऋषिदेवजन्मप्रसन्नम् Hare Krishna. So we'll recite again one time. चतुर्वर्णं मया सृष्टं गुणकर्मविभागशः तस्य कर्तारमपि मां विधि अकर्तारमव्ययम्. So I will read the translation. According to the three modes of material nature, the work associated with them, the four divisions of human society, are created by me. And although I am a creator of this system, you should know that I am yet the non-doer, being unchangeable. So, in this verse, Srila Prabhupada, or Lord Krishna, you can say, mentioning about the four Varnashram system, right? That Chaturvarna he has created. So, what are those Chaturvarna? Is Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, and Shudra. So, but what he said, I have created, but according to guna and karma. Guna karma vibhagasha. So, according to guna and karma, he has created. So, now we know that there are three modes of material natures. That is, sattvagun means goodness, passion is rajogun, and tamogun means ignorance. First, we'll understand why Lord Krishna has created this guna. What would have happened if these gunas does not exist, right? Now we all know we were in the spiritual world with Krishna, but we want to enjoy away from Krishna and to facilitate our desire. Krishna has created this material world, right? And he also created 8.4 million species of life. It says कृष्ण बहिर्मुख होना भोगवांचा करे निकटस्थ तारे माया झापटिया धरे. If we are away from Krishna, like if we are away from Krishna, then Maya will capture us. Now, what is this Maya? Maya is also the Krishna's energy, right? So it says everything in this material world is temporary, right? And it gives us the miseries. It says dukkhalayam ashashvatam. So Krishna also says in Bhagavad Gita, Mamevamsho jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana. So if we are part and parcel of Krishna, then why Krishna has created us, and is he happy to see us in miserable condition? Right? That question always comes in our mind, but the answer is no. Krishna is our eternal father. He says, Aham bija pradapita. So I am the seed giving father. So how the father will be happy if his son is suffering? No. But Krishna does not force us to love him, right? He never interfere uh, with our minute independence, right? And Srila Prabhupada always nicely explain about what is the independence or minute independence. If there is a cage and the parrot is inside the cage, so parrot has the independence within that cage, right? He cannot fly away, but he can fly within the cage. Similarly, we are in this material world. We can go now in this universe. There are 14 planetary systems, so we can jump from anywhere according to our karma, right? According to our desires. But we cannot go back home, back to Godhead. We cannot be free. So within this material world, we are bound by three modes of material nature, right? So that is the minute independence. Now Krishna is our seed giving father, and he is our well wisher, Surudha Sarvadehina, right? So His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj talk about we say, no, like, because just now I mentioned, Krishna never interfere our minute independence, and Krishna never force us to love him. He give that independence upon us, that we should love him or we should hate him. That is upon us. So we say, like, if Krishna would have forced us to love him, then we might like Krishna in the fear in our mind, or something will happen to me, so I like Krishna. But it's not that the fact. But when we say, I love Krishna, I am loving Krishna, that is, there is no exchange. Like Prahlad Maharaj, like, when Lord Narsimdev, pacified by Prahlad Maharaj, he asked, oh, my dear Prahlad, ask me what you want. He said, oh, my Lord, I am not here like a merchant. I am not praying you for any business purpose. I don't want anything from you. Similarly, we love Krishna without expecting anything. Because Krishna is our father. Like a small child, he doesn't accept anything, right? His father or mother, they just give whatever is good for the child. So regarding this, His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj say there are two similar words. Sound similar, but the meaning is very different. When we say, I like you and I love you. So, like, the meanings are very significant. How? When I say I like you, that means I I'm following with you, I'm agree with you, and unless and until I am getting benefited by you, right? That is the meaning of I like you. But when I say I love you, what is that means? That means I accept your faults. I will support you in every condition, right? And I will never leave you. So that is the meaning of love. So as we know that we are part and parcel of Krishna, whatever the difficult condition comes in our life, we shouldn't forget Krishna. We should always remember Krishna, right? Then Maharaj gave the nice analogy of the tree. That when we look at the tree, what we see first? The leaves, right? When blossom, like in spring, lot of, like the leaves, the fruits, the flowers, tree looks very, very beautiful, right? Then we see then what is next? We see the branches, the trunks, right? But we never see the roots. So he said there are some peoples or some friends, they are like leaves. In a spring season, they will come, and unless and until they have something from us, they will leave us. But any calamities come, they will leave us, right? Then some friends are like tree trunks or branches. They look strong, but when the wild atmosphere come, or when there is a storm comes, those branches broken away. Similarly, when there is a difficult situation comes in our life, these friends, they leaves us. But the roots of the tree, they are always with the tree. Right from the childhood or when the tree is small, that gives the nourishment to the whole tree. It helps to grow that tree. Similarly, like those who are our friends or family, they are like a roots. They are behind, they don't come forward, but they are behind us. So we should always dependent or grateful to them, right? So now you said, why this analogy has been given. Now we all know, like in the second chapter, Srila Prabhupada in purport, I think 2.37, he gave the analogy of the two birds sitting on a one tree. One bird is eating a fruit and another bird is watching him to eat. So similarly, Krishna is so compassionate, well-wisher for us. He came with us as a Paramatma. He is residing in our heart as a good friend. And he's guiding us. Don't do this, don't do that, right? As a Chaitya Guru. But we ignorance. We feel ignorance. How we are looking like, sometime our family or good friends advise us, but we ignore them. Similarly, this Chaitya Guru tells us always, but we, with the due to ignorance, we don't listen to that Chaitya Guru. And what is happening? We are taking material body again and again and again, repeated, temporary material world, right? Going through 8.4 million species of life, right? When actually I was listening class of Srila Prabhupada of this verse, he was talking about the theory of special relativity, right? So when I searched, I found the Einstein theory of relativity. So what he says, according to the theory of special relativity by Einstein, the flow of time can change by speed or gravity. Someone traveling near the space of light or living very close to an strong gravitational field like a black hole would age much slower than someone living here on the earth. So what is that means actually is mentioned in our Srimad Bhagavatam. Prabhupada explain actually. Now we all know, it says that 1 year in our human calculation is 1 day of the Svargaloka, right? Demigods. And we all know that one or 4.3 billion years is equal to 1 day of Brahmaloka, right? 1 day of Brahma. We all know that one. Now, and their lifespan, Brahma's lifespan is how much? 4 trillion and 30 billion years. Now we all know the Brahma Viman Lila. Brahma kidnapped those coward boyfriends and the cubs for a minute, for not even moment. But here 1 year passed. Even though now Lord Jagannath, tomorrow we are celebrating Jagannath Snana Yatra. So in Jagannath Leela or Jagannath pastime, when King Indradyumna carved those deities and now he has built the temple and now he want to inaugurate the deities. So Narad Muni said, oh, you can invite Brahmadev. So King Indradyumna went to Brahmaloka. So he invited Brahmaloka. Brahmadev was in the meeting. So he waited for some while and then he gave invitation. So after giving invitation, he came back and he saw the millions of years passed, right? So this theory of relativity is working. As you go to the higher planetary system, that time is totally relative to that place. Now we'll talk about the lower planetary system, right? Now lower planetary system is like our 1 day is equal to their 100 years. And that's why Srila Prabhupada when he mentioned about the hellish planet in Srimad Bhagavatam, he said, we don't want to go to the hellish planet. Just take the Harinam, chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra and uplift yourself. Because their time is passing very slowly and is miserable life condition there. But again, now we have talk about the upper planetary system, middle, lower. Now we'll talk about the spiritual world. What Lord says in, because spiritual world, this is not constructed by the time factor, right? Lord says, na tad bhasate suryo, na shashanko na pavaka, yad gatvana nivartante, tad dhama paramam mama. So my dhama is, there is no sun or moon, right? It's or not fire or electricity, right? And those who come to my dhama will never go back again in this material world. So there is no place where there is no time, but everything is eternal. All Krishna's pastime, they are eternally exhibited. Now Lord says, Aham sarvasya prabho mata sarvam pravartate. So he also said, I have created this varnashram system, but I am aloof from it. The Lord has created. Now we have discussed why Lord has created, because He is our eternal Father. He wants us to back, and He has given us opportunity. By following this varnashram system, we can slowly, gradually process or elevate ourselves, right? So as we know, Lord, Aham Sarvasya Prabho Mata Sarvam Prabho. Lord creating everything, everything born out of Him, everything sustained, He inhaled, everything rests on Him. And that's why Srila Prabhupada also writes in the purport, human society is similar to any other animal society. Now, how it is similar? Now, there is no big difference between animal life and human life. It is nicely mentioned. Ahara nidra bhayamaithunam cha samanya etat pashubhi naranam dharmo hi tesham adhiko vishesho dharme nahi na pashubhi samana. So there is no difference. Ahar, nidra, bhaya and maithun. They are animal also living. We are also doing. But if we are using our intelligence to uplift ourselves in the spirituality, then we are distinguishing between animal life and the human life. And that's why Lord has created this Varnashram system to elevate men from animal status for the systematic development of Krishna consciousness. Now, when Lord has created this Varnashram system, now he also created the Vedas. Vedesha sarver aham eva vedyo Vedanta krita veda videva chaham. So why he created the Vedas? What is in Vedas? That dharma, artha, kama and moksha. So how to live your life according to dharma. When you live your life according to dharma, then artha will automatically come. How you have to sustain, everything is mentioned. Then kama, you can enjoy some while. And after doing this according to your karma, if you follow your dharma, then definitely the moksha will be there. Right? So beginning, what are those four varnas? First, we'll talk about the Brahman. This class of men are in mode of goodness, right? And then the second class is Kshatriya. These are administrative class. Then the mercantile class is Vaishyas. And the laborer class called Shudras. Now, Srila Prabhupada always says, in Kali Yuga, everyone is Shudra, right? Because we work for someone, correct? So, we all are Shudra. Now, there is a nice, Srila Prabhupada has right. I will read that in purport. Although Brahmanas by quality are supposed to know about Brahman, the supreme absolute truth, most of them approach only the impersonal Brahman manifestation of the of Lord Krishna. So why Prabhupada is talking about the impersonal Brahman? Why Brahmanas are only approaching until the impersonal Brahman feature? Because most of the Brahmanas are engaged in the Pancharatrika Vidhi. They think that is only the best devotional service. But that is one of the devotional service, right? That is Archa Vigraha. And now we'll talk about the qualities of the Brahmana. How? Lord has mentioned, Vidya Vinaya Sampane, Brahmane Gavihastini, Shuni Chaiva Swapakecha, Pandita Samadarshina. Right? Vidya, because this is a higher intelligent class of men, Brahmanas. So they got the knowledge, Vidya Vinaya Sampan. Brahmane Gavihastini. They shouldn't differentiate between any species. They should equally look at them. Like that's the quality of Brahmana. Now, then Srila Prabhupada talks about the Vaishnava. Those who transcend the modes of the Brahmanas and do worship or engage himself in Krishna consciousness, that person is called Vaishnava. And he is in a mode of Sattva Guna, but transcend the Sattva Guna. Pure Sattva Guna you can talk about, right? So that is called Vaishnava. Now I will tell you little one story about Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decided to go for pilgrimage, so he went to South India. So he came to one place called the Kurma Kshetra. So Kurma Kshetra means there is lot of Kurma. Kurma means the turtles, like Lord has taken the Kurma Dev avatar. So there is one place and only one temple of Kurma Dev is in that South India. So Mahaprabhu came there and he take darshan. There was one Brahmana who was looking after that temple. And that Brahmana realized, oh, this personality is none other than the Krishna, right? So he started serving Mahaprabhu. He made a very nice prasadam for Mahaprabhu. Then, and before actually that, he invited Mahaprabhu to his place. He washed his feet, and all his family members drank that water actually. Then they gave very nice prasadam to Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu's actually stay there for 4 days as per that Brahmana's request. Then Mahaprabhu was leaving. Then this Brahmana was feeling separation from Mahaprabhu and he was following. Then Mahaprabhu said, what are you doing? You have family, right? You have kids, you have to look after, they are still small. You cannot come with me. He said, no, my lord, I want to come. What is this? Is all temporary, right? So why should I have to be attached to that one? Then Mahaprabhu give very nice advice. He said, यारे देख तारे कहा कृष्ण उपदेश अमार अज्ञाय guru hana तारा ये देश. He said, listen, instruct everyone, follow the order of Sri Krishna as they are giving in Srimad Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam. In this way, become a spiritual master and try to liberate everyone in this world. You don't need to leave your house. You have to preach Krishna's cult, Krishna consciousness to everyone. Right? So, Kurma Brahman actually took this instruction very seriously and started preaching the cult of devotional service to everyone. So, the Kurma Brahmana transformation from empirical Brahmana, like, very specific, he says, the Prabhupada writes in Chaitanya Charitamrita, from empirical Brahmana to the exalted Vaishnava by following the order of his Guru, right? Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now every morning we sing Guru Ashtakam. Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado yasya prasada nagati kutopi ध्यायं स्तुवं तस्य यशस्त्री संध्या वंदे गुरो श्री चरणारविंदम. So the meaning of this verse you all know, like by the mercy of the spiritual master one receive the benediction of Krishna. Without grace of spiritual master one cannot make any advancement. Therefore we always praise to our Guru. We should worship our Guru 3 times a day, respectful obeisances unto the lotus feet of our spiritual master. Right? So we all are initiated here, right? Right. Our Guru Maharaj is like a Krupanidhi. He's Karunanidhi actually, right? He has washed our all sins and make our slate clean. But now it is our duty to engage in devotional service, do our sadhana very strictly, advance in the devotional life with his blessings and mercy. Right? That is our now duty. Initiation means he just started the devotional service. Actually, we have started from now. Right? So I think we'll do the next verse now. I will say न मा कर्माणि लिम्पन्ति न मे कर्म फले स्पृहा इति मां यो अभिजानाति कर्मभिर्न स बध्यते. So I would like to request one Prabhuji or one Mataji can recite.
यही करो एक मम
नामा कर्मणि लिम्पन्ति न मे कर्मफले स्पृहा इति मां यो भिजानाति कर्मभिर्न स बध्यते.
One Prabhuji, please.
नामां कर्माणि लिम्पन्ति न मे कर्मफले स्पृहा इति मां यो विजानाति कर्मभिर्न स बध्यते. हरे कृष्ण.
Thank you, Prabhuji, and thank you, Mataji. So we'll do the word to word. Na, never. Mam, me. Karmani, all kinds of work. Limpanti, do effect. Na, nor. Me, my. Karma fale, in fruitive action. Spruha, aspiration. Iti, thus. Mam, me. Ya, one who. Abhijanati, does know. Karma bhi, by the reaction of such work. Na, never. Sa, he. Badhyate becomes entangled. Translation by His Loving Divine Grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai. There is no work that affects me, nor do I aspire for the fruits of action. One who understands these fruits about me also does not become entangled in fruitive reaction of work. Purport. Please hear. As there are constitutional laws in the material world stating that the king can do no wrong or that the king is not subject to the state of law. Similarly, the Lord, although he is a creator of this material world, he is not affected by the activities of the material world. He creates and remains aloof from the creation, whereas the living entities are entangled in the fruitive result of material activities because of their propensity of lording it over the material resources. The proprietor of an establishment is not responsible for the right and wrong activities of the worker, but the worker are themselves responsible. The living entities are engaged in their respective activities of sense gratification, and these activities are not ordained by the Lord. For advancement of sense gratification, the living entities are engaged in the work of this world, and they aspire to heavenly happiness after death. The Lord, being full in himself, has no attraction for so called heavenly happiness. The heavenly demigods are only his engaged servant. The proprietor never desires the low grade happiness such as the workers may desire. He is aloof from the material actions and reactions. For example, the rains are not responsible for different types of vegetation that appears on the earth. Although without such rains, there is no possibility of vegetative growth. Vedic Smriti confirms that fact as follows. Nimitta matram evaso srujjanam sarga karmani pradhana karani bhuta yato vaisrujya saktaya. In the material creation, the Lord is only the supreme cause. The immediate cause is material nature, by which the cosmic manifestation is made visible. The created beings are of many varieties, such as the demigods, human beings, and lower animals, and all of them are subject to the reaction of their past good or bad activities. The Lord only gives them the proper facilities for such activities and the regulation of the modes of nature, but he is never responsible for their past and present activities. In the Vedanta Sutra, it is confirmed Vaishyamaya niragrahe na sapekshavatat. The Lord is never partial to any living entity. The living entity is responsible for his own acts. The Lord only give him facility through the agency of material nature, the external energy. Anyone who is fully conversant with all the intricacies of the law of karma or fruitive activity does not become affected by the result of his activities. In other words, the person who understands this transcendental nature of the Lord is an experienced man in Krishna consciousness. Thus, he is never subjected to the law of karma. One who does not allow the transcendental nature of Lord and who thinks that the activities of the Lord are aimed at fruitive result, as are the activities of the ordinary living entities, certainly become entangled himself in fruitive reactions. But one who knows the supreme truth is a liberated soul fixed in Krishna consciousness. Bhakti Vedanta purport ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So, in this verse, Lord is talking about two things, like, as the constitutional law of the material world, that the king can do no wrong. Srila Prabhupada always mention. So what is that? Where the living entities are entangled in fruitive result of material activities because of their propensity of lording it over the material resources. So now, before we have discussed why we have coming into this material world, right? Now, in this verse, there are four lines which is very important. Namam karmani limpanti. So, what does that mean? There is no work that contaminates me. So, Lord Krishna is talking about himself. Name karma phale spruha. I do not aspire for fruits of work. Right? That means he doesn't want to live in a heaven because he is talking about in this material world. Right? So, what is the aspiration for us? To live in a Svargaloka for humans, right? So, Lord says, I don't aspire for anything. Iti mam yo abhijanati. Iti mam yo abhijanati. The one who understands this truth about me, karma bhir nasa badhyate, do not become bound by the reaction of the work. Now, first we'll talk about work without attachment. Now, whatever we work, we are in this material world, right? So we have because why we are in this material world? To fulfill our desire, right? So we have, the Lord has provided these senses, right, to enjoy. So to enjoy the senses, right? So we discussed that dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. So we, artha, to do the artharjan, we go to work, we acquire money, and to when we get the money, actually, then we utilize that money for enjoying our senses. So being full eternal bliss as the Supreme Lord, the only Krishna's work to encourage the mankind. That's why he has created. Krishna's activities, what are those? The creation, maintenance, and destruction, right? As per the response of the karmas of the jiva. So Krishna doesn't need to aspire for anything, and he is aloof from everything. He has created for us. Just like if someone has a daughter like to cook like a mother, she just follow her mother, but mother never let daughter to work in the kitchen, so she bought the fake kitchen for the daughter. Similarly, Krishna has created and this material world is perverted reflection of the spiritual world, as we know the 15th chapter, right? So, for Krishna, nothing to aspire for it, and Krishna doesn't want to affected by these three modes of material nature. And even though in first verse we talk about the Chaturvarna, Krishna is aloof from that varnas, right? And then they talk about, Srila Prabhupada talk about in the purport that Krishna is not partial, because every living entity is responsible for their own act, right? Krishna is only providing the facility for them, right? And then the nice analogy has been given in purport that the rain pours, the what? Rain, right? Rain pours on the earth. So there are different varieties of the seeds planted. But rain is not responsible for the each and every seed, because he pours equally. Now it's up to the seed, it can be fructify. Similarly, Lord has sent us here to enjoy or suffer in this material world, or take the opportunity of the human life to go back to him. So that is upon us. That is why Srila Prabhupada said he is not partial. But then he said, Iti mam yo abhijanati. One who understands this truth about me, he will be not bound by the reaction of the world. Right? So that we have to understand. That now Lord has a sufficient cause in the creation of bodies of the living entities in various mentality, as the men and the devtas and they have the power arises from them, like now we have taken the form as a human. We don't know, by the next life we might go to the lower planetary system, or we can go to the upper planetary system, depending upon our desire and karma. So Lord is providing this facility for us, but within this material world. But if we want to go out from the cycle of this material world, right, then we have to worship Krishna. So in this, indirectly, Lord is telling Arjuna that you have appeared in the Kshatriya family. So your duty of Kshatriya is to fight, to perform your activities, and create. It seems like a behave like a Kshatriya. So in this verse, in nutshell, we can talk about that I have created everything. Still, I am aloof from everything. I do not desire anything. I do not want anything. So we can aloof from everything. How it is possible, right? Because we said, "Oh, I came with nothing, but now I have created, like empire. How can't be I attached with that one, right?" The normal person will say like that. But Lord says, those who understand me, now what, how the Lord is aloof. Similarly, we have to be aloof from our this attachment of family attachment, the community attachment, nation attachment, whatever it is, right? You have to aloof from it, then you will go back to him. Now, how we have to, we'll talk about one example, that example of Janak Maharaj, right? Now Janak Maharaj is also called as a Videha Raj. Videha, Videha. Deha means this body, V means he's aloof from. The concept, he was aloof from the bodily concept, right? Means he doesn't have any desire for to enjoy himself, right? He was always remains in the transcendental position of the Lord, right? So what happened? Now he was famous that, oh, he's a Videha Raj. There were two Brahmanas in his kingdom, and they said, look, everyone is glorifying King Janak as he's a Videha Raj, right? No? So, but we are not agree. How can be he Videha Raj? He has lot of opulence, lot of queens, like nice beds, palatable dishes. How can he? He's eating everything. He's enjoying. He's wearing ornaments. How can he be there, Raj? How he is aloof from everything, right? And one Brahmana was taking. He said, "Yes, I am agree with you." He said, "Let's go and ask." Then other Brahmana said, "Look, these kings are always whimsical. After we question him, he might become angry and he might put us in the prison. So better we not go." But the another Brahmana convinced him. He said, "No, no, no. He's a very nice king. He won't do it. He's a very kind person." So those Brahmana went to his king court. So they were just standing behind. And after everything assembly finished, Janak Maharaj noticed that these two Brahmanas still waiting there. Then he called them. They said, "Oh Brahman Dev, how can I help you? How can I serve you?" They said, "Maharaj, we have enough. As per your mercy, we have enough for us. We are happy. But we have one question. So we are a bit hesitant to ask you." So he said, "Don't worry, don't hesitate. Please ask." He said, "Everyone call you, or you are famous that for your renunciation of everything. They call you Videha Raj. And that's why we are. How can you be aloof from everything? Now you are sitting on the golden Sihasan. You are wearing very nice clothes, wearing ornaments, everything. How can you? Many dasi servants are working for you. How can you are aloof from everything?" Then Janak Maharaj understand their question. He laughed and then he become grave. He become he become very angry, like outwardly, and he told his soldier, "How how dare these Brahmanas are asking the king this question? Put them into jail." Right? So the soldier took those Brahmana and put them into jail. And he said, "Tomorrow morning by sunrise, kill them, give them capital punishment." And they then they put into the thing. Then Janak Maharaj told the soldier, "Look, now they have only one night, but give them very nice food, then nice bed, nice clothes, everything, whatever they like. Just give everything." And they gave soldier everything. Then early in the morning, before sunrise, they came in front of Janak Maharaj. Then Janak Maharaj said, "Look, I have changed my mind now. Will give you opportunity that if you follow my instruction, then I will give you Abhaydan. I will spare your life." Then these two Brahmanas become happy. They say, "Maharaj, you are very kind. Please tell us." So then Janak Maharaj said, "Okay." Then he told the soldiers to bring some two bowls. It's full of the oil until it's green, right? And he said, "Look, hold these bowls, both of you, and go for the Nagar Pradakshina. And if you don't drop any single oil drop on the floor or the ground, then I will spare your life. But if you drop, then definitely I will kill you." So they holded, even though they were taking their breath very slowly because they don't know, any time the oil will come out and then our life will spare. So on that day, actually, there was a special function, and everywhere, the dancers and the festival season, everyone wearing beautiful dress, and the many shops were open that day, like giving charity, and lot of everything was going on, like a Diwali, you can say. And these two Brahmanas were walking. They know the sounds, the musical sound was coming. People were singing, dancing, and they reached back to the court again. Then Janak Maharaj asked soldier, "Did they drop anything?" They said, "No." So Janak Maharaj said, "I am very happy. Now I will give you Abhaydan. And now you go back to your home." And they are about to leave. Then Janak Maharaj says, "Stop. Now I will ask you one question. Now yesterday means, when I put into the jail, I supplied everything, the top quality, your food and the bed and clothes, everything. Did you enjoy that one?" He said, "Maharaj, what are you talking about? Our life, our life is there. Next day we are going to be hanged. How can you enjoy that? We were not enjoying, that moment." Then he said, "Okay, no problem." He said, "Now you were just walking, you did the Nagar Pradakshina with taking the bowl in your hand. Did you, allured by the Maya or allured by the whatever the people and they were doing some enjoyment, the dancer and other things?" They said, "How could we look at them, Maharaj? If we would have dropped one single oil on the floor, our life will be finished. We could not. So we will just concentrate. We were just looking at the bowl. We were even though taking our breath very slowly, so not to drop any single oil on the floor." And then Janak Maharaj laughed. He said, similarly, I am as a king. I am a Kshatriya, I am king. I am following my duty as a king. But my mind is always to the lotus feet of the Lord. I always transcend above this material allurement. I always think of the Lord, oh Lord, you have given me, that is your mercy. I am just the protector of this, whatever you have given me. But you are the my master and I am your servant. So that bhava is always within me. And that's why I am aloof from everything. And then those Brahmana actually realized their mistakes and they glorified Janak Maharaj and they went away. So similarly, we understand, we are in this material world, we have the family, we have everything, we go to work, we deal with non-devotees also, but still we have to remember that no, I am a Vaishnava, I am a devotee of the Lord. Anyway, after this life, we don't want to take back again any form in this material world. Doesn't matter if you take the form of Lord Brahma, still he has a suffering and he will go also that Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. Correct. Now our Brahma is 51-year-old. Now he is old. I am also 51, right? So I can understand. So Lord Brahma is also 51. I'm just joking, huh? Don't take seriously. So the point is here, whoever in this material world will suffer. And we don't want to take birth again. So always, like a Janak Maharaj, we have to aloof from everything. We have to do our duty. We cannot. Even though next verse, Lord is talking about the karma, means we don't, we do have to follow our dharma and karma. According to our dharma, we have to follow our dharma. So how many minutes there? 4 minutes. I will try to finish this. So the next one who will take next week, he will have the new sense sequence of verses. 1 second, or I can stop here maybe. 4 minutes, I will just do quickly. एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म पूर्वैरपि मुमुक्षुभिः कुरु कर्मैतस्मात् त्वं पूर्वतरं कृतं. So one Prabhuji, one Mataji, please recite.
एवं ज्ञात्वा एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म पूर्वैरपि मुमुक्षुभिः कुरु कर्मैव तस्मात् त्वं पूर्वोत्तर कृतम्.
Prabhuji, please.
एवं ज्ञात्वा कृतं कर्म पूर्वरैपि मुमुक्षुभिः कुरु कर्मैव तस्मात् त्वं पूर्वे पूर्वतरं कृतम्.
Thank you, Prabhuji and Mataji. I will read direct translation. All the liberated soul in ancient times acted with this understanding of my transcendental nature. Therefore, you should perform your duty following in their footsteps. Right? Purport. There are two classes of men. Some of them are full of polluted material things within their hearts, and some of them are materially free. Krishna consciousness is equally beneficial for both of these persons. Those who are full in dirty things can take to the line of Krishna consciousness for the gradual cleansing process, following the regulative principles of devotional service. Those who are already cleansed of the impurities may continue to act in the same Krishna consciousness so that other may follow their exemplary activities and thereby be benefited. Foolish person or neophyte in Krishna consciousness often want to retire from activities without having knowledge of Krishna consciousness. Arjuna's desire to retire from activities on the battlefield was not approved by Lord. One need only know how to act. To retire from the activities of Krishna consciousness and to sit aloof, making a show of Krishna consciousness, is less important than actually engaging in the field of activities for the sake of Krishna. Arjuna is here advised to act in Krishna consciousness, following in the footsteps of Lord's previous disciples, such as sun god Vivaswan, as mentioned herein. The Lord, Supreme Lord knows all his past activities as well as those of person who acted in Krishna consciousness in the past. Therefore, he recommends the acts of the sun god who learned this art from the Lord some millions of years before. All such students of Lord Krishna are mentioned here as past liberated persons, engaged in the discharge of the duties allotted by Krishna. So here Lord is now actually telling Arjuna, now okay, so far I have tell you everything. Now perform your prescribed duty. And Srila Prabhupada mentioned that there are two kinds of people. Some has the very materially polluted in their hearts. They just want to enjoy the life. And the other person is like, Krishna conscious person. Like not Krishna conscious, but they are materially free kind of thing. But Krishna consciousness is equally beneficial for both of them. How the person who has a dirty mind, the gradual cleansing process will happen to them, and the person who are already materially free, that person can elevate themselves and the other people can follow. So Lord Krishna said, yad yad acharati shreshtas tat tat eve tarojana, right? Sayat pranamam pramanam kurute lokastad anuvartate. So whatever the action of the great man performs, common man follow. So we have that responsibility to lead our life and become that exemplary so other people can follow. But what happened after some, years in Krishna consciousness, we get some Falgu Vairagya. It's called as a cheating renunciation. For example, there is a husband and wife fight happens, right? Always in every house. Then what happened? Husband or wife, they said, no, 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 now I will leave. That's it. But that is the Falgu Vairagya. They said, अरे यार मैं हूँ इसलिए संभाल के ले रहा हूँ या ले रही हूँ, that kind of dialogue is, but that's all Falgu. Similarly, in devotional life also, we also do sometime, somebody says something to us and we get hurt, right? But we shouldn't do that Falgu. Okay, now it's enough. Now I have done enough and now I will just keep quiet, like that. But we shouldn't do that. Now I remember one advertise on Doordarshan, right? There was a small child and he fight with mother and he went away because mother scolded him. And then there was his servant Ramu Kaka. And then when Ramu Kaka saw this boy sitting near to the railway station, he said, hey, I forgot that boy name, whatever it is. But he said, oh, your mother is making jalebi. And this boy started dancing. Similarly, this Falgu Vairagya means, Srila Prabhupada is talking about this in the purport, that we shouldn't do that one. We have to be serious that this life can end any time. We do not have any chance, there is no second chance, to be honest. We don't know what next life we will get. If we go to the lower planetary system, then slowly we will gradually come to the point of again human life, right? So we don't want to miss this boat. We have to just get into this lifetime opportunity and go back home, back to Godhead. That's all about. And indirectly, Lord Krishna is telling that you follow the parampara system, in the sense, because Lord's great devotees who have achieved this perfection by only following this karma or prescribed duty, and they have achieved. So you just follow them. That's what Lord is saying. And he gave the example of sun god Vivaswan. Millions of years back, Lord gave this knowledge, and he still, the sun is giving the light and heat to everyone without discriminating. So I think I will stop here. Now, tomorrow we are celebrating Lord Jagannath Snan Yatra. So I would like to request everyone, please come forward and engage in the devotional service. We need everyone's help. Without your help, it is not possible. So Srimad Bhagavad Gita Upanishad ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Yay.
So I would like to request Kavya to sing Narsimha prayers.
Hare Krishna. Namaste Narasimhaya Praladaladatayine Hiranyakashipurvaksaha Shilatankanakalaye Ito Narsimha Parato Narsimha Yato yato yami tato nashima Bahir nashima hridaye nashima Narashinga badim sharanam prapade Tava kar kamalavare nakham Adbhuta shinga Lalita hiranyakashipu Tanubringa Keshavadripa Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nrsimhadev Jaya Nrsimhadev Jaya Nrsimhadev Jaya Nrsimhadev Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prahlad Maharaj Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Jaya Gurudeva Nitai Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gora Hari Bol Vigna Vinashak Nrsimha Bhagwan ki
जय
Bhakta Shiromani Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki
जय
His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada ki
जय
Jai.
जय
Thank you, Kavya. Thank you so much. Hare Krishna, everyone. Thank you for joining. We'll see you next Friday. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Jai
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna.
Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Hare
हरे
Krishna.
कृष्ण